Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I will be joined here by my brother Tim in just a couple minutes here. But today we have one game in the NHL. We have one game in the NBA. We can potentially have our NBA playoff or NBA Finals matchup tonight as the Dallas Mavericks look to shut the door on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they are able to complete the sweep there and move on. And then we'll have, I think, 10 days or something along those lines, 10 or 12 days without basketball. That's weird because the NBA Finals isn't supposed to start till, I believe, the 8th or the 10th or something like that. So kind of interesting there. And then, we have Game 4, Panthers and Rangers for the NHL. And then we get a full card of MLB. We have a doubleheader starting at 4, so we'll have that. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Not a whole lot went right yesterday. It was a brutal day. And the one winner I had felt like a miracle it cashed. And I should have known that yesterday was going to be bad by the way the first play lost. I had Kansas City, Minnesota first 5 under 4.5. It was 2-0 heading into the bottom of the 5th. I believe it was 1 or 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, nobody on. And then they hit a 3-run home run at the bottom with 2 outs at the bottom of the 5th to make it 5-0, and I lose the first 5 under. Outstanding. Reds team total over, full game over. They had 3 runs at the end of the second inning. It was 3-1 at the end of the second inning. And that was it. That was all the scoring we had in that game. Incredibly frustrating there. Mets game was postponed, which felt like a win. Washington, Atlanta, first 5 under 5.5. We realized why that total is a 5.5. Extremely frustrating there. Rockies first 5 was a freaking miracle to cash. And that was my only winner yesterday, which is upsetting. First 5 minus 115 winner. San Diego -1 pushed. Houston Astros -126 lost. I had the Boston Celtics -7 to close out the series. I did get a little bit of that back with a couple live money lines on the Celtics, but still wasn't great. 0-1 down 1.10 unit there. And then the Oilers 0-1-1 -126 loser. Team total over 3 pushed, which is annoying. They had a 2-0 lead in that game and let it slip away. Just one of those days where just nothing went right, and it's never a good thing when freaking pushes feel like wins. And we had 2 of those yesterday. With a 4-3, 1-7-2 day yesterday. So I need to get right, and I believe now at one point I was up 26 units in baseball. I think it's down to 3 and change now. Down to 3.2 units in baseball now. I'm still up on the year, but it's just been a nightmare the last few weeks. And I've done nothing but go down. So hopefully today's different. I am extremely invested in this hockey game tonight. It's the most invested I've been into an NHL game so far, and this playoffs. And we'll get into that in just a minute. But we'll head over to the chat, and then we will get into the slate for today. Trouba fired 5K for Elbow and Rodriguez in the head shocker. Yeah, I know a lot of people like to complain that the refs are bad in the NHL. I think the NHL player safety is the worst. It's just bad. It's just so bad. Don Waddle re-signed as Canes GM, now in Columbus system. All right, there you go. Dan is the new head coach of the Kraken. Literally bet the opposite of what you think is going to happen in baseball is what I'm learning. Yeah, that's why you read the markets. The markets will tell you where to go. It's been frustrating lately. Oilers, yeah, that was so annoying last night. Oilers goalies suck. It doesn't matter who's in net. Yeah, it's frustrating. Scott Mill, Arno, is the new head coach. There you go. It's cash. Let's do it. Moneyline Mills. That was a brutal first 5 under the KC game. Yeah, that was bad. That was so bad. And that was I just knew yesterday had bad written all over it after that. Good morning. Let's get it. Yep. The Oilers are ass. Yep. Apparently everybody and their mom on Twitter was correct on that series. The Dallas Stars are going to make the Stanley Cup. It's frustrating. Let's get into this one here. I'm extremely invested into this game where we have the Florida Panthers and the New York Rangers. The Panthers, I'm seeing minus 170 favorites with a total of 5.5 in this game. Let's get up the line history in this spot here. We are still at FLA Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida. The Rangers lead the series 2-1. They win 5-4 in overtime. They've won back-to-back games in overtime in this series. And that's something also that's just been extra fun. It's just losing every single overtime game I'm getting now. This line opened up at a 165. It got up to a 170, and now it's all of a sudden dropping. That's not what I want to see. Line opened up at a 5.5 plus 102. It's now a 5.5 plus 100 in this game here. Taking a look at the cash flow in this spot where we're seeing 79% of tickets and 63% of the cash is on the Panthers. We have 53% of tickets, 54% of cash on the under. The line moving slightly towards the over in this game. And when you look at this matchup, last game was fluky. I would like to say. And the only player that the Rangers really have to thank for that last game was probably Igor Shesterkin. They got massively outplayed in that game. And I think that was the most I've seen a team that I bet on outplay an opponent and still lose the hockey game. It was incredibly frustrating there. I'm getting up the expected goals for that game because I know Florida dominated this game and lost. They outshot them 37-23. I believe shot attempts were like 114 to like 38. Like it was just pure domination from the Florida Panthers. The only problem is we got Sergei Bobrovsky's worst game in a very long time. And the Rangers got some lucky bounces. They got some fluky goals, and that's the way you win in the playoffs sometimes. The expected goals were 3.81 to 1.69. I expect much better from Sergei Bobrovsky in this game. I expect him to step up, and I expect the Florida Panthers to do the exact same thing here. So I'm extremely invested into this game, as I mentioned. I think this is the first playoff game I've tripled up on. I'm on the Florida Panthers first period minus a half at plus 160. I expect them to jump out to a lead early in this game because if the way they played in Game 3 happens in Game 4, the Panthers win this game 5-1. They blow out the Rangers. If they play the way they did in Game 3, Game 4, they will blow out the Rangers, not only win the game but cover an alternative puck line. That's how good the Panthers played last game and still lost. I'm also on their team total over 3 at BetMGM at minus 125. And I'm on the Florida Panthers full game -1 at minus 106. This game's going to be an ass whooping tonight. It should be. It absolutely should be. I expect the Panthers to be pissed off losing that game that they very well should have won. And I expect Bobrovsky to be better. And I expect the Panthers to be better. and I have tripled up on the Florida Panthers today. Period -1/2. Team total over 3. Full game -1 here. I expect the Panthers to take care of business here, tie up the series, and head back to MSG tied 2-2.
I'm not going to go after this one. Once again, for the NHL, the only thing I'm going to be doing is riding out my futures, which is the Dallas Stars. So I didn't feel a need to go after this one. I mentioned last game, I know that you're on the total opposite side. At a price like this, it's Rangers or nothing. I'm not going to lay a puck line in the playoffs between these two teams because what have we seen in the last 2 games, Nick? Overtime. I can't lay a puck line here. It's Rangers or nothing for me. I'm going to choose nothing.
Fair, and I think the last few games being overtime will give the people illusion you got to take the plus money with the Rangers. I don't see it.
You don't have to, but it's appealing.
Yeah.
Back to the chat.
Let's get into it here. Panthers team total over 3.5. Yep. Kachuk over 3.5 shots on goal plus 106. There you go. The Rangers think Lafreniere he has scored a nice goal. Yeah, that was a yeah. Barkley Goudreau goal 6-1 and Verhaeghe 160. Yeah, Goudreau has been really good in the playoffs. I'll give him that. Overtime, no. No, I'd take Florida in regulation before overtime. Thanks for the show, guys. Not a problem. Zibanejad assists, Trocheck assists. Fair. I see this as a 4-1, 5-1 game tonight. I do. Let's see if we can get both series wrapped up, and I believe the NBA Finals starts on what? The 8th or the 10th? So we have a while
6th.
Before the end. Huh?
6th.
Oh, the 6th. Okay. So it would be like 10 days without basketball if this series wraps up tonight. Let's get into it. The Dallas Mavericks and the Minnesota Timberwolves. This line opened up at a 3. It's gone from a 3 to a 2.5 to a 2 to a 1.5. So it's moved a 1.5 in the Minnesota Timberwolves direction. Line opened up at a 210. It's now a 210.5. So we've had a slight move towards the over, and we've had a move towards these Minnesota Timberwolves in this game. We have 53% of the tickets and 62% of the cash is on the T-Wolves in this game. 94% of tickets, 96% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. The line moving towards the over, the line moving towards the T-Wolves in this spot. I've basically got the Mavericks plus 150 to win any of the next 3 games. Is the way I'm approaching this, the way I have this series, because I got the Mavericks at plus 150 to win the series. I have a feeling Minnesota steals this game tonight, personally. And I know I feel – it's just, if you're the NBA, you don't want 8 days without any basketball. That's kind of my worry, is that the Celtics series, the Celtics series wrapped up last night. Do you think they want? I get it. One series can be. Do you think the NBA would want both these series being sweeps? That's my main worry with this. If I'm betting this game, I would probably grab some Timberwolves personally to win this game. I'm not betting this game though. It will be a pass for me, but Timberwolves would be the only place I could look in this game.
I'm going to be I'll be on Dallas to close that out at home. I know that everybody's like, oh, they can't have 2 games not go 2 games end in 4. Yeah, they can. They can. And I think it does. I got the money line at minus 120. Dallas has looked like the better team. Luka's looked like the better player. Irving's been fantastic. Nothing's changed for me. I've been on the Mavericks every single game of the series so far. Why change now? 3-0 so far. I think it's 4-0 after today. I think it's going to be a really good series when Kyrie Irving takes on his former team in the finals. So you got that angle too. So I believe it gets closed out tonight. I'm on the Mavericks minus 120. If it loses, well, I'll be right back on game 5. So just going to keep riding out the Mavericks here and I'll most likely be on the Mavericks throughout the entire NBA Finals.
Fair. Yeah.
Naz Reid, 10 plus points. BJ Washington, 10 plus points. Minus 125 parlay on MGM. This same play is minus 222 on Caesars. All right, then you're getting good value. Under. I can see an under here. Wolves win tonight. Dallas closes out Game 5 Thursday, which puts NBA Finals exactly a week after that date. I agree with the theory, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Can we please get some unders in the finals? Maybe. But how about some baseball, Nick?
Yep, and I'm going to be betting in Game 2 of a doubleheader today. We have the New York Mets and the LA Dodgers. This is Game 1 of the doubleheader. There's 2 games today between these 2 teams, with it being postponed yesterday. Let's take a look. Here we have Tyler Glasnow and Tyler McGill. Line opened up at a 190. It's down to a 180 for the Dodgers. Line opened up at an 8 at minus 105. It's now an 8 at even money. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have 82% of the tickets, 99% of the cash on the Dodgers, with the line moving towards the Mets. 83% of the tickets and 80% of the cash on the over in this game as well. And for me, let's get into the pitching matchup here. Glasnow and McGill. Glasnow, 3.30 ERA, 0.87 whip, 12.9 strikeouts per 9, which is 37%, 2.4 walks per 9, a 250 BABIP, a 1.93 FIP, and a 2.34 Sierra. On the flip side, McGill, 3.6 ERA, 1.20 whip, 12.6 strikeouts per 9, which is 33%, 3.6 walks per 9, a 333 BABIP, a 1.53 FIP, and a 3.10 Sierra. Bullpen edge going towards the Dodgers. Hitting edge actually goes towards the Mets. 101 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 96, which is 17th. I will be betting the Mets both games of the doubleheader here because it's just the Dodger fade for me, and that's the way we're gonna go for this game. So I'm going to shop around for the best numbers on both these games, but I'm going to be taking the Mets both games full game money lines.
I'll let you put up those plays if you want to. On the site, if you that will be up to you. I'm personally staying away from both games of the doubleheader. I still don't trust the Mets, and yes, I know the Dodgers are on a 5-game losing streak themselves, and they have not looked like themselves, and you fade them every day. I'm personally not touching either one of the games, so I'm going to stay off. It's either you take the Mets both games or you take the Dodger run line both games. I can't bet one or the other. I would have to bet both of them or none of them, and I'm going to bet none of them today.
Fair. Looks like I'm getting the Mets game 1 plus 162 on FanDuel, and then it looks like it's going to be Mets game 2 plus 125 on Fanatics.
Good luck to you. Wolves script? It could be. It could very well be. I like the under, but I think T-Wolves will fight, and the game will go to the Mavs. I like the Mavs. Mets game 1, Dodgers game 2. Dodgers minus 2.5. Glasnow is a machine on the road. Glasnow not losing 3 in a row.
There's no chance he does. There's no chance the Dodgers lose 6 in a row. Not going to happen. Mm-hmm.
Good morning, host, chat, and crew. Good to see you all. Have a great day. You too. Mets money line, which it'd have to be leaning that way. All right, let me adjust my post for this next game, Nick.
Yeah, and that line dropped on Fanatics. That's no longer a 125. So it looks like I'm going back to FanDuel for plus 116 game 2. All right. Let's see if that number is still there. It is still there. All right. Let me grab that here as well. New York Mets game 2 plus 116 with Quintana versus Gavin Stone there. All right. Let's continue on where we have the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles minus 165 for the Orioles, total of 8 in this game. Grayson Rodriguez, Brian Bayo, fun matchup here for this game. Line opened up at a 155. It's up to a 162 for the Orioles. Line opened up at an 8.5 at minus 115. It's down to an 8, minus 113 for the over. So we have a move towards the under, and we have a move towards the Baltimore Orioles. 85% of tickets are on the Orioles. 51% of the cash is on the Red Sox. The line moving towards the Orioles. 86% of the tickets, 82% of the cash on the over. The line moving towards the under. Brian Bayo has kind of struggled a little bit as of late. 5.74 ERA, 1.34 whip, 6.32 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 3.45 walks per nine, and 250 BABIP, both 6.19 FIP, and a 4.49 Sierra. On the flip side, Grayson Rodriguez has been pretty decent, but his numbers suggest potential negative regression. 1.08 ERA, 1.20 whip. He has a whip higher than the ERA. Wow. 9.18 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%. 5.94 walks per nine, a 220 BABIP with 3.43 FIP and a 4.88 Sierra. Bullpen edge going towards the Red Sox, who have actually been one of the better bullpens in baseball as of late. And then the hitting edge actually goes towards the Red Sox as well. 101 WRC plus, which is 14th, compared to 86, which is 24th. For me, this is a first 5 under or nothing. If I'm looking to go ahead and back this game, I like Brian Bayo. So the Red Sox with Bayo at that plus 145 price tag is kind of interesting. I would lean first 5 under in this game if I'm getting to anything. I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on this game, though.
Day number 52 of betting the Baltimore Orioles every single day. I put the link to the Twitter post in the chat. Money line today is minus 160. Run line is plus 125. If you bet their money line this entire year, 34 and 18 up 7.65 units. If you bet the run line every single day, it's 20 and 24 up 14.45. I'm going to keep on riding the Baltimore Orioles. You're up 22 units so far this year if you bet them every single game. A unit on the money line, unit on the run line. Not really much capping that goes into Oriole games. I bet them and I move on, and that's what we're going to do here.
Fair.
Also, I really like Grayson Rodriguez. I think when he's healthy, he's solid.
He has potential.
No way. 8-2 in MLB. Let's keep cashing. Let's do it. And there is the link to the Twitter post. We cashed on the Reds yesterday, Nick.
You did. I unfortunately took their team total over. They scored 3 runs in the first 2 innings and then nothing after that.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was fun. Yesterday was just a complete shit show. Line opened up at Cincinnati minus 135. It's down to a 125 now. So we do have a move towards the St. Louis Cardinals in this game. Line opened up at a 9.5 even money, got down to a 9, back up to a 9.5, 9.5 minus 105 now. So slight move towards the over and a move towards the Cardinals, expecting Andrew Abbott to get hit a little bit here. We have 76% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on these Reds, and the line's moving towards the Cardinals in this game here. We have 61% of the tickets are on the over, but 69% of the cash nice is on the under in this game as well. We have Kyle Gibson and Andrew Abbott. Gibson, 3.21 ERA, 1.36 whip, 8.36 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%. 3.54 walks per nine, a 309 BABIP, a 3.48 FIP, and a 4.11 Sierra. On the flip side, Andrew Abbott, 2.76 ERA, 1.06 whip, 7.06 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%. 1.23 walks per nine, a 253 BABIP, a 4.63 FIP, and a 3.82 Sierra. Bullpen edge does go towards these Reds. Hitting edge goes towards the Reds slightly. They are 76, which is 29th in baseball against right-handed pitching. But the Cardinals can't hit lefty. They hit righties way better than lefties, which feels like that's flipped for a lot of teams. But 69 WRC plus nice, which is 28th against lefties in baseball. So neither of these teams particularly hitting well. For me, it's Cardinals early if I'm betting this game. Cardinals first 5, something along those lines. Market's expecting Abbott to get hit a little bit here. I can see the Cardinals winning this game. They've been playing better baseball as of late. It's Cardinals or nothing for me if I'm betting this game, but right now it's nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Cardinals are coming off of sweeping the Orioles and taking 2 games sweeping the Cubs, and they lost to the Reds last night, which makes sense because of the whole Sunday Night Baseball fade. which both of them cashed last night. Is this a game I need to go after? No. These are two teams that are, I'm going to call them mediocre, because they are. And when it comes to it, these are going to be, well, I would say the bottom two teams in the division, but they're still the Pittsburgh Pirates. Neither of these teams are going to be good. Neither of these teams I'm high on, and I didn't feel like I needed to get to this game. Just overall, there's some better games on the card. Maybe I'll look towards an over in this game, over the 9.5 in Cincinnati, but nothing I got involved in.
Sure.
If you bet the run line versus division, it's very profitable for the Orioles. Yes. Red Sox plus a half versus 5. Live bet the Orioles after the first 5. Cards money line. I would expect the Reds minus 1.5 to win by 5 right now, but that never happens. Reds money line. I want to take the Reds reverse run line minus 2.5. That was my lead. I mean, I don't know if I can do that necessarily. Let's keep on rolling.
Yeah, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Detroit Tigers in this game. The Tigers minus 155 favorites in this game, with a total of 7 in this spot. Just a big number here for the Tigers. Let's get into the line history in this game, where we have the Tigers opening up as 145 favorites. It's up to a 152. It did get up to a 160 at one point. There's been a little bit of buyback here on these Pittsburgh Pirates. Line opened up at a 7 at minus 125. It's now a 7 at minus 102. So we have a move towards the under, and we have a move towards the Tigers here in this game, expecting good old Scooby Snacks to pitch well. We have Jared Jones and Tariq Skubal. Fun little pitching matchup here. 3.30 ERA, 1.10 whip, 8.7 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 1.8 walks per 9, a 278 BABIP, a 3.96 FIP, and a 3.49 Sierra. On the flip side, Tariq Skubal, 2.67 ERA, 0.96 whip, 10.8 strikeouts per 9, which is 31%. 1.48 walks per 9, a 293 BABIP, a 204 FIP, and a 2.61 Sierra. Bullpen edge is a toss-up with a slight edge towards the Tigers. Hitting edge goes towards the Tigers here, 119 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 103, which is 14th. Both these teams are actually hitting decently well, all things considered, against for the Tigers against righties and for the Pirates against lefties. The Tigers' bats have been a little bit better as of late, which is kind of crazy because we know the Tigers as a team that just can't hit the baseball right now, but yet they're 6th in baseball against righties, and they're actually hitting it pretty well. We have 18% of the tickets, 55% of the cash is on the Pirates in this game, with the line moving towards the Tigers. And we have 98% of the tickets, 98% of the cash on the over, with the line moving towards the under in this game here. Ultimately, I don't think I'm playing this game. It would be a lean towards Detroit, but with a total this low, I don't know if the variance is high enough for a run line or a -1 line. And I don't lay $1.55 on games. So this is going to just be a pass for me, most likely. Be lean Tigers. I'm just priced off of it. And maybe this game could be a sneaky over, but the markets are saying under. So I'm passing on this game in general. Fun pitching matchup, though.
It definitely is a fun pitching matchup because you got Scooby Snacks and Jared Jones, which Jared Jones has been really good this year. 20 earned runs in 59 innings pitched, but 68 strikeouts in 59 innings, which is very impressive to see. He's been a strikeout machine, and he's been really good since getting called up. I just don't I'm not going to trust the Pittsburgh Pirates at all. It would be a lean that way, but I can't get to it personally. It would be a lean towards the over as well, just because it just seems like the obvious under, the obviously under game that I could easily see being 3-3 at one point, and we get at least a push. So how about an over in this game, Nick? And I would look more towards a Pittsburgh team total over rather than a Detroit, because I do lean Pittsburgh in this game. I like the over.
That's interesting, the Pittsburgh team total, because that's his first 5. I want full game team total here. What do you think the Pittsburgh team total over is?
2.5.
Yeah, I'm seeing on Bet Online 2.5. It's $1.45, but it's 2.5.
I was about to say it's
So
going to be expensive, but
I wonder over on BetMGM what the Pirate team total over 3 would be, because 3.5 you're going to get probably plus money. I wonder what the 3 is, because if you get 3-3, you push the total. I'm ultimately not playing it because something tells me, yeah, we could get an over in this game. The market's kind of like the under though, which kind of concerns me. But I think we've seen this before where totals that go from like 4 to a 3.5 versus 5 soar over for whatever reason. And I've noticed that. That's why I've kind of slowed down on my first 5 under 3.5s, is because, well, this line opened up a 3.5 pick 'em. So the 3.5 numbers have generally been going more over than under this year, which is frustrating. But I'm gonna look real quick what this team total over would be for Pittsburgh at the 3 number. It's not giving me it. Of course, it's not on Bet Online. It's -1. It'd be slightly. Let's take a look here. American odds -140 for the 2.5, plus 135 for the 3.5. The team total over 3 would be -102.
We'll see. Reds are pass. I want to take the Tigers -2.5. I'm not going to do that. Tiger run line. Tigers are good. No, they're really not. They just won a series against Toronto. Whoop-de-doo. Under 7. I lean over. Tigers are too expensive. Maybe a nerfy. Scooble is that guy. I don't know if he is. He's good, but I like the Pirates also. Just a lean for now, not betting it. Yo. What's up, Mr. Crypto Knight? Yerfy seems like it's bound to happen. I could definitely see this game being the most bet in nerfy.
Absolutely.
Tigers 500 at home. Pirates 500 on the road. Correct. Tigers, Padres, nerfy -128. Grabbed that last night. Scooble hasn't been amazing lately, but overall is 7-3 to the nerfy, and I like him versus a weak Pittsburgh lineup, and Jones for Pittsburgh 9-1 to the nerfy. I don't hate it. Panthers puck line.
Yep.
I can't personally, but that's fine. Let's go to this one, Nick. And are we going to get the Atlanta Braves to snap out of their little slump right now? I mean, it's beautiful to see, but
yeah. Also, looking at that last game real quick, ESPN's hanging a 6.5 at -125 for that total to the over. That's interesting. I'm kind of interested in the over 6.5 in that game because everybody sees these two teams as two teams who can't hit. That 6.5 is extremely appealing. I might come back to that at the end of the show and take the over 6.5 in that game. And I hate taking public overs, but that one's interesting. All right. Atlanta Braves and Washington Nationals. The Braves -245 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Crazy to see the Braves are just struggling right now. And I believe you can definitely get plus money for them to win the division, I believe, now. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between Max Fried and Jake Irving. This line opened up at a -215. It's now a -245 for the Braves. So we've got a big move towards the Braves. Line opened up at an 8.5 -105. It's now at an 8.5 at -105. So no line movement on the total. Big movement towards the Braves on the side in this game here. And let's take a look at the cash flow in this one. 85% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the Atlanta Braves. The line moving towards the Braves. And then 75% of the tickets, 75% of the cash on the over in this one as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup in this game here, where we have Max Fried and Jake Irving. Jake Irving, 3.07 ERA, 0.85 WHIP, 6.44 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 0.61 walks per nine, a 213 BABIP, but 3.98 FIP, and a 3.84 SIERA. On the flip side, Max Fried, 2.16 ERA, 0.81 WHIP. My bad. 0.81 whip, yeah. 8.1 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%. 2.97 walks per nine. A 171 BABIP, a 3.19 FIP, and a 3.36 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Braves. Hitting edge does go towards the Nationals. 92 WRC plus, which is 18th against lefties, compared to the Braves 79, which is 27th. So the Braves have now lost how many games in a row? They've been struggling for sure. Let me get into here. They won the second game against the Pirates. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So didn't they play? No, yesterday was the first game against the Nationals in this series. Yeah. They lost that game. They lost 2 of their last 3 games, but I mean they've actually been winning a little bit as of late. Before heading into Washington yesterday, they had won 4 of their last 6 games. So they haven't been playing bad baseball per se. And Tim, I think everything correlates here.
Yep, I was just about to ask.
A cash cow play here, and it's the Atlanta Braves. Public home favorite, line moving towards them, and they're up above that. I believe it's 180 to 280 is the criteria for this. I'm seeing minus 120 on ESPN Bet. I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that here. Braves run line on ESPN Bet minus 120.
Yep, I'm on that as well with you. This is a Braves team that's been really struggling. I kind of thought they would put it together last game to try to bounce back without Ronald Acuna Jr., but did not work out. I think they bounced back today at home. They just got blown out yesterday. I know the score says 8-4, but I believe that game was 8-0 at one point. So and then 4 runs in the bottom half of the 7th made it a closer game than it actually appeared. The Braves were never in that game from the very beginning because it was 6-0 after the 3rd. So blowout game yesterday. Bounce backs are for good teams. The Braves are a good team. They're struggling right now, but they are a good team. We'll go ahead and grab the Braves on the run line. It is minus 122. So not a great price on it, but you
don't expect good prices on cash cows, Tim.
No, you don't. So I do like the Braves in this one.
Yep, I'm on board.
3-1 correct score in the Panthers game. Okay.
Give me 4-1.
Okay. 15% on any sports on Fanatic. What are we throwing on?
Panthers Buckland.
There you go. I'm square though, so fade my picks. Fade the injury report. Braves cash cow. Morning gentlemen. Morning untouchable. Nationals money line never in doubt. Cash that DK up 2 promo on them. There you go. I'm on Washington. Who says Braves can't lose again? They definitely could. Line tells you they're not going to. If Nats were going to win, they would be in the range of plus 190. Where do you plan on using the DK up 2 promo today?
Next game 1 has had a little appeal to it, I think.
Okay. Braves minus 2.5. Royals and Pirates are leaning for the promo. I was about to say it's Cole Reagan's day, but we won't get to that game just yet. We'll go to this game first.
Yeah, we have the Milwaukee Brewers minus 155 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have Ben Brown taking on Freddie Peralta. Line opened up at a 153. It's up to a 154. And line opened up at an 8 at minus 110. It's now at 8 at minus 101. So a move towards the under and a slight move towards the Brewers in this game here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot where we have 98% of the tickets, 98% of the cash on the over. The line moving slightly towards the under. And then we have 85% of tickets, 81% of the cash on the Brewers in this game, with the line moving ever so slightly towards Milwaukee. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, where we have Peralta and Brown. Brown, 2.7 ERA, 1.35 whip, 12.15 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%, 4.05 walks per nine, a 3.47 BABIP, but 2.43 FIP, and 3.17 SIERA. On the flip side, Peralta 4.45 ERA, 1.16 WHIP, 10.48 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 2.86 walks per nine, a 2.99 BABIP, a 3.9 FIP, and a 3.31 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards these Cubbies, and the hitting edge goes towards the Brewers, 112 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to 88, which is 23rd. I'm leaning under in this game. That would be where I would look. Peralta has been pitching better as of late. Ben Brown, I think I can trust him for a first 5 under. The markets are moving towards the under with the big bets coming on the over. I was hoping for a 4.5, and the only 4.5 I see is on Fanatics at -160. So that's a no thank you for me here. I was hoping for a 4.5. I'll lean towards a 4 with the 4, but it's not something I'm going to pull the trigger on at a 4. So it's a pass for me here.
It's Cubbies or nothing, but this Cubbies team is struggling right now. But you look at their schedule, they had not even. Two of their last 5 series were against the Braves, where they went 2-4. They lost 3 out of 4 to the Pittsburgh Pirates, lost 2 games in a row to St. Louis, just lost to the Brewers. So this has been a Cubs team that's struggling, but better to get it out now than down the stretch if you have Cubs futures. Yes. I like the Brewers in this one. I would run line them. This is a Brewers team that I'm still kind of riding with. Obviously, I have futures for them, and when it comes to I think they're going. Obviously, they have a huge lead in the division. I just noticed that they have 4.5 game lead in the division, which is nice because I have division futures and World Series futures. Sign me up for more Brewer action. I'll take their run line here in this one, Nick.
It's Cubs or nothing for me on the side, personally.
That's fine.
It's just way too big of a number, I think, for this game.
I don't blame you. Brew Crew with a close game. Brew Crew. If Cubs are going to win, it's tomorrow with Magana pitching. There you go. Brewers not to bat in the 9th inning, -110. I like that. Nick, it's a holiday.
It's Cole Reagan's Day.
It is.
Let's get into it here. We have the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. The Royals, slight road favorites, -120. Total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. Line opened up around a 110. It's up to a 123. So we do have a move towards the Royals. Line opened up at a 120. It's down to a 115. So move towards the under here in this one as well. Move towards the under, move towards the Royals. Let's take a look at the cash flow here in this one, where we have 45% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the Twins, and the line moving towards the Royals. And we have 98% of tickets, 98% of the cash on the over here as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup in this game as I accidentally X out of my Google Sheets. That's fun. There we go, where we have Simone Woods Richardson taking on Cole Reagans. Reagans has been unbelievable. 2.81 ERA, 0.88 WHIP, 10.97 strikeouts per nine, which is 32%, 3.09 walks per nine, a 2.14 BABIP, a 2.53 FIP, and a 3.05 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Simone Woods Richardson, 2.63 ERA, 1.17 WHIP. He's actually been pretty good too. 5.63 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 1.88 walks per nine, a 2.80 BABIP, a 3.83 FIP, and a 4.59 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Twins. Hitting edge going towards the Twins. 108 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 101, which is 13th. I don't trust the Royals bullpen. And that's my ultimate concern in this game. I was kind of leaning maybe towards a double up on the Royals first 3 and first 5. I don't really mess with first 3s that often, though. Actually, I haven't bet one all year. I wonder if that's mainly because in order for me to do that, I would have to track it differently on BetStamp because they don't have first 3s available as like ways I can track. The books have sniffed this out, though. If you want the first 5, it's -140 over on Fanatics. It's a little expensive, but it's right at the edge of my range to a point where I'm okay laying $1.40. And with the significant pitching advantage I'm getting with the Royals in the first 5 here, especially after they got beat down yesterday.
They didn't get beat down yesterday.
Yeah, they did. They were down 5-0 at the end of the fifth.
All right. It was 6-5.
That game pissed me off because I had the first 5 under 4.5, and there was a 3-run home run in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs to make it 5-0. So I'm gonna go with this first 5 with the Royals. I'm gonna ask Cole Reagans step up, give me a good 5 innings here. -140. I know it's expensive, but I trust Reagans here in this spot. And I think it's gonna be -140 for personal tracking, but here you go. If you want it, the Royals, you can get over on Fanatics here where I'm betting them. You can use the 15% boost on that, and you can get it within a reasonable number. I know not everybody has Fanatics available for them, so that's why I'm going to still track it as a -140. But I'm going to use my boost on this game and take them first 5. It's the -140. With the boost, it goes down to a 122. So there's that. I will be on the Kansas City Royals here. First 5 -140.
Sign me up for Cole Reagans today. You know I Cole Reagans. I have Cy Young futures on, which I don't really feel like he's necessarily in the race right now. He's having a very good year. 23 earned runs in 62 innings, 76 strikeouts. So he has been having a solid year. And not to mention the Royals have won 5 out of his last 6 times that he's pitched. So this is a team that's been giving him run support and winning games for him. And, you know, I will back Cole Reagans a lot throughout this year. I backed him a bunch last year as well. I thought that trade that sent him to Kansas City was really, really good for Kansas City. So I'm gonna keep rolling with Cole Reagans here, and the Kansas City Royals. They've made me some good money as of late, and I want to keep rolling with them. Now let's go see real quick. Regular season specials. No, I want to see player futures awards. American MVP, Cy Young Award. Cole Reagans is currently 13-1. There are 4 players that are currently have better odds than Cole Reagans.
He was 20-1 to start the year too. So
yes. Luis Castillo at 11-1. Tanner Houck at 10-1. Corbin Burns at 400 and Scooby Snacks at 175. Seth Lugo 16-1, by the way. Still some value on the bone there. But I really do like it. And it looks like the rookie of the years are pretty much about where we expect them to be. Colton Cowser and Shota Imagino. Where's Imagino for Cy Young? Wow, he's not even on here. You can still get I just saw it. Kodai Senga at 60-1.
No.
Shota Imagino. Oh, 350. Okay. I was about to say he has to be out there. Wheeler 330, Imagino 350, Suarez 500 for Cy Youngs. So figure I mentioned that too because I saw that, but Kansas City for me.
Yeah.
Royals run line was plus 140. Now it's 132. Okay. Boots on the ground. I'm going to the Twins game tonight. What am I betting? The Royals. I see it's the complete opposite. Everything there is no way the Panthers lose this game. Nobody is on the Rangers, so I'm taking the Rangers. I don't know about that. Buxton over a hit. Everyone's on the Royals. Line hasn't moved. I'm on the Twins.
Wait. Line hasn't moved? Going from 110 to 123 hasn't moved?
Nope.
Where are you checking your line history? Because on BetOnline, it opened up at -110. Now it's on 123. I'm seeing 130s on some books. It's definitely moved.
Simone, Richardson to record a win. Only loss yesterday was the Braves. Ironic. the most juice I laid. Bobby Witt over. I like that. Max Kepler home run. No, thank you. Pass, but leaning first 5 under and probably under burn me, but whatever. Santana 7-1. Jeffers 5-1. And then Nick putting in the link.
Yeah, because I was mentioning how some people might not have Fanatics. If you want to know what sportsbooks are in your location and sign up for new sportsbooks and expand your ability to shop lines, the description right here below, or you can click on that link and you will be able to help ESB as well when you do so.
There you go. Let's keep rolling through the games, Nick.
Yeah, we had the Toronto Blue Jays and the Chicago White Sox. The Blue Jays minus 205 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where we have Kevin Gausman and Mike Clevinger. Line open up at a 185. It's up to a 206. We do have a move towards the Toronto Blue Jays. Line open up at an 8.5. It's gone from an 8.5 down to an 8, down to a 7.5. So we have that line movement there. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. 88% of tickets, 88% of the cash on the Blue Jays, with the line moving towards the Blue Jays. And we have 60% of the tickets and 57% of the cash on the over, the line moving towards the under. But I wonder how much of this money is coming in on the over when it's a 7.5 and not an 8.5 where it opened. So that's something I kind of keep in mind here when looking at this game. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, Gausman and Clevinger, 3.82 ERA, 1.32 whip. 11.52 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%, 2.3 walks per nine, a 386 BABIP, a 2.28 FIP, and a 2.82 SIERA. On the flip side, Gausman, 6.75 ERA, 1.94 WHIP, 8.44 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 5.06 walks per nine, a 360 BABIP, a 6.19 FIP, and a 4.92 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards the White Sox. Hitting edge goes towards the Blue Jays, though, to a point where I would want the full 9 innings for the Blue Jays with these bats. 109 WRC plus, which is 9th against righties, compared to 80, which is 26th. For me, it's Blue Jays or nothing in this game. Am I laying a run line with them here, which is around the 120, 130 range? No. Maybe this is a good spot, Tim, where you like the cash cow play. Maybe you tie up the Jays with the Braves and a little 2-teamer there. Maybe that could be worth a look here as well. But for me, it's Blue Jays or nothing, but I really don't have an interest in laying $1.20, $1.25 with them on the road here on the run line.
No, I can't do that. I mean, what can I get the cheapest at? 129. Yeah, no, I'm not laying a run line at minus 129. No. And the reason why it's this wide is let's be blunt here. The White Sox are dog shit. All right. And it doesn't matter. 15-40 this year, 1-9 in their last 10. They're not good, obviously. But this is just a spot that I do not need to get involved with. I do not bet Blue Jay games. Kind of a light card today, Nick. So it is what it is. Sometimes matchups don't really build up nicely. Today is one of those days where I don't really like a lot of these games. So I'm definitely not betting the Blue Jays at minus 130 on the run line on the road.
Understandable, yeah.
Nick, FanDuel had the Royals minus 120 this morning, and it just jumped to minus 124.
Sure. I never look at FanDuel lines because they're generally one of the more public books. So,
Mavs going for the broom tonight. MGM gave me a bet insurance token, taking the Mavs first quarter and full game. I like it. 4 games left in the MLB. I know we're not going to be talking over the Arizona-Texas game because there's no pitcher for Texas.
Yeah, there's no. And there was also no pitcher when I typed it up this morning for Tampa. There was no line for the Tampa game either, Tampa-Oakland as well. But I'm seeing lines for that now, but I'm not interested in that game there. Yeah. Colorado Rockies and Cleveland Guardians. I would like to say thank you to the Rockies for scoring 6 runs in the 4th inning. You were the reason why I didn't completely reverse sweep yesterday. Thank you. Line opened up at a 150. It's down to a 130 now for the Guardians. So a 20-cent line movement towards the Colorado Rockies in this game with the line opening up at a 10. It's up to a 10.5 now. So move towards the over and a move towards the Rockies, expecting Tristan McKenzie to get hit here. Let's take a look here at the cash flow where we have 63% of tickets and 70% of cash is on the over. The line this over not completely public like we've seen in most games where the tickets are above 80% on every over, it feels like here. 73% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the Guardians, with the line plummeting here as well, which is kind of interesting, which tells me maybe Rockies team total. Tristan McKenzie is somebody who is bound for some negative regression here. 2.37 ERA, 1.09 whip, 8.01 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 4.15 walks per nine, a 178 BABIP, a 5.4 FIP, and a 4.49 Sierra. On the flip side, Ryan Feltner, I'm not excited about either. 4.55 ERA, 1.18 whip, 5.46 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 1.82 walks per nine, a 281 BABIP, a 3.5 FIP, and a 4.47 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Guardians. I'm not pretty plain and simple. If you're looking at the Rockies, you're cutting this down as much as you possibly can, because I want nothing to do with this Rockies bullpen at all. And I believe it'll tell a story with I want to take a look at, once I'm done breaking this down, what the difference between the first five and the full game is. And then the hitting advantage does go towards the Guardians as well. 91 WRC plus, this is 21st compared to 78, which is 28th. The full game for the Rockies over on Fanatics is plus 120. And the first five is plus 102. Plus 105 on Fanatics, my bad. We're seeing minus 105 on BetMGM when they are plus 115 on BetMGM full game. This just tells you that the Rockies probably are alive first five, but with the number being pretty decently bigger for the full game, tells me that the Guardians probably take over and win this game full game. I'm leaning over in this game. Rockies team total over, Rockies first five. I would like to move on this game. And I would like to fade Tristan McKenzie. And maybe that's not just Rockies first five, but Rockies first five team total. Could be an interesting look there. It's 2.5 at plus money, or the full game it's 4.5 for a 10.5 total. I'm kind of interested in a double up on the Rockies here, taking them first five here over on Fanatics. We're getting even money on Bet365, and then the team total over here. I'm gonna look towards the Rockies in this game. I'm gonna look towards the Rockies. I think I'm gonna move on FanDuel here because I'm gonna grab both their team total over and the first five money line with the Colorado Rockies in this game.
I mean, I wanted Cleveland. This is still a Cleveland team that's been red hot as of late. They had their 9-game winning streak snapped. So they're still 9-1 their last 10 games. I mean, you can get an okay enough price on Cleveland, because I've been backing them for a little while now, and it's a spot that it's okay for me to go after them. Minus 133 on the money line, plus 112 on the run line. I'll do Cleveland run line here. I'm not going to agree with your Colorado. It's just, for me, this is more of a spot that I think Cleveland's the better team, obviously, and you're getting them at a short price. And we've been getting them at short prices a lot, and they've been cashing. So no need for me to really try to go crazy going against it. I'm going Cleveland here to keep it rolling. They've won 9 out of 10, so backing them here.
I'm getting at minus. Did it just move as I hit place bet? It did. Okay. It did move 2 cents after I did that, but yeah, that's fine. I'm getting the Rockies first five plus 102 FanDuel, and then also sticking on FanDuel, the team total over 4.5 at minus 113.
Right on. Back to the chat.
All right.
I forgot to put up my WNBA, so I'm doing that real quick.
Okay. Where do you leave off?
Just 6 for me.
I'm back on the over. There you go. Toronto Orioles parlay. Yeah, I don't know. The Red Sox feel a little live today, but I know Tim will like that. Got the Rockies plus 0.5 first five, minus 125 last night. There you go. Rockies first five was plus 108. Now it's plus 102. I like it. I'm not laying it, but got to see it move. I'll wait. Fair. And what's good, Nicholas Handy? We have 3 games remaining on this card. The New York Yankees head to Anaheim to take on the Angels. Minus 175 for the Yankees. Total 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. It opened up at a 165. It's now at 175 for the Yankees. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's up to a 9. So we do have a move towards the over. We have a move towards the Yankees. This one here. 88% of tickets, 95% of cash is on the Yankees. Line moving towards it. 81% of tickets, 84% of cash on the over. The line moving towards it as well. Which I can absolutely see the Yankees absolutely lighting up the scoreboard tonight. Nestor Cortez and Griffin Canning, 3.03 ERA, 1.15 whip, 9.4 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%. 3.03 walks per nine, a 286 BABIP, but 2.92 FIP, and a 3.88 Sierra. On the flip side, Griffin Canning, 2.93 ERA, 1.23 whip, 5.2 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%. 4.55 walks per nine, a 205 BABIP, a 5.47 FIP, and a 5.70 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Yankees. Hitting edge goes towards the Yankees. 143 WRC plus, which is number 1 in baseball against righties, compared to 99, which is 15th. I am interested in the Yankees specifically with their team total over. Is the way I would look in this game. It is a little bit of an expensive price to back the Yankees in general in this game, with their run line being around minus 110, minus 105, minus 110. And I think if they cover the run line, they will get over their team total. I just want to check what this team total is in this game here, which team props. No, it would be, here we go. Total team totals. Yankees. Yeesh. Their 4.5 is minus 150 on Bet365. I was hoping for a little bit better of a number there on that spot. It's a little expensive for my taste here to want to go ahead and back that. So I wanted to back the Yankees in this game, the team total specifically, but the 4.5 minus 150 is just a little bit out of my price range. So we'll end up being a pass then.
Griffin Canning has actually not been terrible for the Angels. Only 5 earned runs in his last 4 starts, which has been solid. Unfortunately, they've only won one of those games because the Angels can't score in general. Maybe I look towards an under in this game. I don't trust Angels to score. I know you said that you could see the Yankees lighting up the scoreboard, but this is being a Yankees team that's gone under in 3 out of their last 4. And they're coming off of they're in San Diego. They were in San Diego. Now they're in LA. So not a far travel. But I can't really see myself going after the Yankees here. I think they're a little bit too expensive. I'm gonna go under, if anything, in this game. I think it's a little bit intriguing to go under, but not anything I'm going to go and get involved with.
Yeah, I was just hoping for a better number for that Yankee team total over.
I feel that. Rockies. First 5%.
Yeah, no, we already went over that one. There we go.
Boston some bums. Orioles all day. Yankees run line. That's fine. I'll go ahead and put it up.
Yeah, we get a reasonable number to back it here today. We get the San Diego Padres minus 125 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Line opened up at a 125. It's up to a 127. So we do have a move towards these Padres. Line opened up 7.5 minus 120. It's now 7 minus 110. Taking a look at the cash flow here, 83% of tickets, 96% of cash on the Padres. Line moving towards them. 98% of tickets, 97% of cash on the over here as well. Let's take a look at the the pitching matchup here. Jesus Luzardo and Matt Waldron. Luzardo, 0.92 ERA, 0.66 whip, 8.69 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%. 0.46 walks per nine, a 240 BABIP, a 1.35 FIP, and a 2.90 Sierra. Waldron's been pretty decent as well. The ERA a little high at 5.76, 1.44 whip, 10.44 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%, 3.24 walks per nine, a 364 BABIP, but a 3.57 FIP and a 3.55 Sierra. Bullpen edge does go towards the Padres here in this game, and the hitting edge goes towards the Oh yeah, it goes towards the Marlins slightly in this game, where they are 94 WRC plus, which is 20th compared to 84, which is 26th. I'm going to be on the Padres here in this game. I'm getting minus 130 over on Bet365. So that's where I'm going to be moving on this game. It's just fading the Marlins.
Well, yeah. I got a minus 130 on 127. Minus 127 is what I got on it. Yes, we're stubborn. Yes, we're still fading them. They will regress again. And they will go on another ugly run, and our profits will be right back up where we want them. And I'm going to just keep riding that until we see it no more. This is a Marlins team that I still believe is the second to last in terms of profit in the MLB this year. Only team that's below them is the White Sox, which shocker. But I'm going to just keep on fading this Marlins team until the end of the year. So give me the Padres here. And no, I'm not a big Padres person, but I took them here.
Yo, I don't mind the Padres.
Did you guys skip the A's Tampa game? Yes, because there wasn't starting pitching, so we didn't touch it. I think I'm going to add old school and start writing down some of these trends. Can't remember the number, but Yankees have killed the first 5 team total in their recent games. There you go. Marlins nerfing whoever they play money line, and then Padres can't be trusted as well. Padres can be more trusted than the Marlins, in my opinion. I like this game, Nick.
Yeah, this game was frustrating last night. The Padres, or not the Padres, the Mariners took game 1, unfortunately. And now the lines has flipped. They were, the Astros were the favorites in yesterday's game. Now today, it is the Mariners. The Mariners open up at a 140. Now it's down to a 129. So we've moved towards the Astros in this game here. Line open up 7.5 minus 110. It's now 7.5 plus 106. So we've moved towards the under here as well. As we have Luis Castillo and Christian Javier. Javier has really struggled as of late, but I think he just came back from injury. Wait, am I seeing Hunter Brown?
Hunter Brown.
Let me just confirm that it is. Oh, it is Hunter Brown. All right. Because I had Javier in my spreadsheet, but it's Hunter Brown. All right. Let's put him in my spreadsheet then instead of Javier real quick. Hunter. Sorry, I get my starting pitching from the ESPN's baseball schedule, so sometimes it's wrong. Hunter Brown, 5.26 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, 9.47 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 4.21 walks per nine, a 238 BABIP, a 5.58 FIP, and a 3.99 SIERA. On the flip side, Luis Castillo, 2.35 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, 7.92 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 3.23 walks per nine, a 235 BABIP, a 4.23 FIP, and a 4.23 SIERA. So his advanced numbers suggesting that he should be high threes or in the 4s with his ERA the last 30 days, and he's throwing a 2.35. Hitting at bullpen edge goes towards the Astros. Hitting edge is a pretty significant one towards the Astros, 132 WRC plus, which is second in baseball against righties, compared to 96, which is 16th. And I see Luis Castillo as somebody who is bound for some negative regression, and I think the Astros are 100% that team that can give it to him because of the way they hit right-handed pitching, the way that the Astros are hitting in general. And we're getting plus money to back the Astros today. I'm getting plus 115 over on Bet365. I'm going to go back to the Astros in this game here on the money line. So I'm going to go with Houston plus 115 in this game.
I'm on the opposite side. I know we're against each other. I have Seattle stuff. You have Houston stuff. Luis Castillo is one of the guys to win the Cy Young right now. And when it comes to that, I'm just going to keep riding Seattle and when he pitches, because the Seattle Mariners have been good. They've won 5 out of his last 7 starts. He's 24 runs and 65 in the third innings pitch, 69 strikeouts during that time. The record's a little bit concerning at 4-6 in his 11 starts, but I'm gonna keep back in Seattle here. I grabbed them. I think I can get them like minus 125 area. So I'm on Seattle today.
And if you're looking for an up-2 promo, the Astros fitted actually pretty well. A good road dog that can easily put up 2 runs in the first inning.
Okay. Can't stand the Padres, but it is what it is. Fade the Marlins till Jesus comes back. Still love that. Where are you guys on Cleveland? I'm personally on Cleveland. I know Nick
I doubled up on the Rockies with the first 5 money line and the team total over.
Yeah, I'm personally not on the Rockies. So, there you go. Did I miss this one? Oh, okay, there we go. I was adjusting my my bracket for college baseball. I like the over on the Mariners game. I did cash with them yesterday. Panthers puck line in the under. Royals and Orioles are my 2 small plus money teamer. I like it. And the over 7.5. There you go. That is all the games. Yes, we did not type up the Philadelphia San Fran game because there is no pitcher for San Fran. So we missed out on 3 games today because of lack of pitchers. But it is what it is. We weren't going to bet them anyway if we didn't know the pitchers the night before when we capped all these games. But it is what it is. I will say that is all the games for today. We'll quickly do some recapping on all that stuff before we head on out. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you will like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. They're above Nick's head, and they are in the description, but the logos are above Nick's head. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. All those are linked down below. We're posting to those every single day. And Nick, we're gonna start trying to push something a little bit more because we are currently sitting at 3917. We are 83 subscribers away from 4,000. So we're gonna try to push to that. Or let's try to hit 4,000 subscribers before Omaha. Just to give you an idea, Omaha, I believe. Let's look up Omaha. College World Series Omaha. June 14th. Let's see if we can get to 4,000 before June 14th, which is Omaha. Appreciate everybody who can go and subscribe. Recapping all for everything today. Dallas Mavericks for me. Orioles. The over in the Pirates game I kind of like now too. Braves run line. I like the Brewers run line. Kansas City, Cleveland, San Diego, and Seattle. Nick?
Yeah. In the NHL, this is the most invested I am in a game in the playoffs. Panthers, first period, -0.5, +160. Panthers, team total over 3, -125. Panthers, -1, -106. In the MLB, or in the NBA, I'm riding out the Mavericks series, +150. I have a +150 money line with the Mavericks tonight, basically, and I don't feel the need to push it and add more, personally. So I'm going to ride that out because my series bets are bigger bets than my average day-to-day bets. Mets +162 game 1, Mets +116 game 2, both on FanDuel. Braves -1.5, -120 ESPN bet. Royals first 5 -140 Fanatics. Colorado Rockies first 5 +102 FanDuel. Team total over 4.5 -113 FanDuel. Houston +115 bet 365. Padres -130 bet 365.
There you go. A couple comments left. Do you like anything in the WNBA today? Yes. I like the Mercury. I like the Sparks, and I like the over in the Storm game. You like the Sun, Sparks, and Storm. Like the under in the Sun sky. I could see the under. And then the over in the fever, I could see the over in the fever too. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again with another one tomorrow. By the way, I did actually real quick. I posted up my my regional winners. I put all of them in, and they're up on Twitter as well. So let's go. I just want to go quickly through them. Athens Regional, Wilmington 380. Texas A&M Regional, ULL 370. Chapel Hill Regional. Don't hate me, Nick. UNC minus 110. I added that one. I kind of switched up that one. It is what it is. Virginia Regional, Mississippi State, 145. The Clemson Regional, Vanderbilt, 175. I have Vanderbilt going to the finals. Oregon State Regional, or Corvallis Regional. I like Oregon State plus 105. This one's kind of gross, but I didn't like anybody else in the regional, so I just picked it. Fayetteville Regional, Arkansas minus 190. I don't like Kansas State, don't like Louisiana Tech, don't like SEMA. Greenville Regional, ECU plus 170. Shocker. Knoxville Regional, Southern Miss plus 330.
Ooh.
Dude, they played against them last year in the regional, and that was a close series. Lexington Regional, Kentucky minus 145. Norman Regional, Duke plus 115. Raleigh Regional, NC State plus 125. Santa Barbara Regional, San Diego plus 250. Stillwater Regional, Oklahoma State plus 105. Tallahassee Regional minus 110 with Florida State. Tucson Regional, Dalbap plus 175. We will have a show, I think, tomorrow breaking down all of the regionals, but those are kind of just sneak peeks. So let's get it. T-Wolves money line, no. Hopefully the Twins win, boots on the ground. Hopefully not. We're on the Royals. That's going to do it for today's show. We'll see you guys tomorrow.